There's something about this place. Something personal. It's as if I'm the only person in the room when the artist performs. It's an overwhelming feeling of place, unity. I belong here. Music belongs here. Welcome to the roasting room. You belong here.
We always say we'll go to Portland. Maybe today we can't afford it, but I save my pennies quick. Recalled, your car is always getting recalled and never picking up when we call, but I know this luck won't stick. Everything feels heavy right now, but my 2 feet are steady on the ground. Set it down, I can hold it. Future pebbles are present boulders. It's a moment, not forever. We'll make it through together.
Hi, Mark Bryan from Hootie and the Blowfish, and I love the roasting room.
This is John Driscoll Hopkins with the Zach Brown Band, and I love the roasting room.
Hey, I'm Chris Allen, and I love the roasting room.
Hi, I'm Tyler Eastritt, and I love the roasting room.
Hi, I'm Lee Nash, and I absolutely love the roasting room.
Hey, it's Maggie Rose, and I love the roasting room.
Hey, this is Joe Robinson. I'm here at the roasting room. We had a great show tonight. Love this place. What a fantastic room, fantastic audience.
And I don't remember what it was like before you. Was the air thinner? Didn't that grass have morning dew? 'Cause I'm seeing clearer, and I'm breathing deeper. And where the young or old, my heart beats for yours.
I've looked at clouds from both sides now, from up and down, and still somehow it's clouds' illusions I recall. I really don't know clouds at all. Moons and Junes and Ferris wheels, the dizzy, dancy way you feel when every fairy tale comes real. I've looked at love that way.
Rocks and snow above tree line, way up there you'll find a wild wicked wind on the mountain. Trees don't grow and the sun don't shine, way up there you'll find a wild wicked wind on the mountain. The hills don't care and the clouds don't lie, lightning flashing in the sky. Wild wicked wind on the mountain, a wild wicked wind blowing round, a wild wicked wind on the mountain. Why, oh why would I ever come down?
You're scared of getting stuck, scared to be alone. You're scared of your own history, and now you're scared of all my songs. But there's a beating in your chest, just like the one in mine. And I remember you smiling, I remember all the time.
Try to remember the things you love, and try to give shelter to the things you love. You sort of slip your mind sometimes, so try to remember, and try to remember, and try to remember why, and try to remember the things you love, and try to remember why you're making all your bed. Nothing forever, so find some time, and try to remember, yeah. And try to remember, and try to remember why.
Hello, and welcome to the Roasting Room, where we care deeply about musical performance and the artists that make it happen. You wouldn't be sitting here tonight without the support of the following local sponsors:
AIC,
Advanced Integrated Controls,
and the Bluffton Sun and the Hilton Head Sun newspapers.
Fabulous.
Clear Cut Cubes.
Cord Atkins Group.
ERA, Evergreen Real Estate Company.
Harbor Point Dentistry.
Hargrave Communications.
John's Music.
Montage Palmetto Bluff.
Old Town Bluffton Inn.
Rewind 1079.
Charter One Realty.
Simpson Construction.
Kevin Severe, State Farm Insurance.
Support these local businesses because they allow us to make decisions that benefit you. Now, tonight's performance, along with all of our future performances, is being recorded. You'll notice highly sensitive microphones in the middle of the room, and they can hear everything. With that in mind, please keep your conversations to a minimum out of respect for the artist and those around you. Enjoy the show.
All right, roasting room. How's everybody doing tonight? Look at this beautiful venue. Look at these beautiful people. I can't believe I'm performing here tonight. It's unbelievable. I'm glad that you guys are here, seated and hanging out. For the 15 people that are still outside that I told us about to start, fuck you guys. Enjoy yourselves out there. You guys can enjoy a little extra space because everyone's still outside hanging out. So that's okay. But here's what's important. You guys are here and made this a possibility for me. It's a dream for me to perform here. I've been in stand-up comedy for 2.5 years. And I'm still just getting the hang of it. So we're going to see how it goes tonight. But I have to thank you guys for making this the fastest sellout in roasting room history. Can't believe it. Can't believe it. I'm humbled and I'm grateful for all of you. And I guess this is what you call a home crowd. It's a friendly crowd. And it's so good to see so many of you guys that have been supporting me and my friends that do this since day one. That being said, I need to ask a favor. I'm glad that you guys have come to all my shows, 10, 11, 12, however many I've done. But it's always the same people. And what I need to ask you guys is, could you take a fucking break from coming to my shows? Because every time all you guys come, I have to write all new jokes. This shit isn't easy, guys. It takes some work. It takes some work. So maybe the next time, let a couple other people have a chance to come and see me. Or if not, you know what, buy the tickets. Maybe break another sellout record. I guess I should be happy either way. But this is a very, very big deal to me. It's funny, I wrote some of these jokes I'm going to tell tonight sarcastically, and then the closer and closer it got, I'm like, this isn't sarcasm. It's actually real. I actually do feel this way. But what's more important tonight is, how are you guys doing tonight? Is everyone doing all right? I'm not all right, guys. I'm not all right. I'm nervous and I'm scared. I love you guys too, but I'm still scared, maybe more scared than I've ever been in my life. And I've been to jail before. Yeah, I've been to jail 1 or 2 times. So here's the thing about going to jail 6 times. You get the hang of it a little bit, and you start to find some silver linings. So I'm here to tell you guys, jail isn't all bad. If you're going to get there, you might as well enjoy the good things about it. Ask yourself a few questions. Do I need some structure in my life? Jail will give you structure very quickly. In 20-minute increments. It's great. It's great. You get very organized. I would like to meet some new, interesting people. You're about to meet hundreds of them. And they have some very, very interesting stories to tell. Say, do I like napping? Do I like to lay about in comfortable clothing and just sort of laze about and talk with my cellmates and do this and relax? Look, I'm a big guy. I've complained about this in other sets before. Sometimes hard to find comfortable clothing. Not in jail. I'm sure none of you guys have been to Beaufort County before, but I'll let you know. Those clothes are great. They have everything I need. They have these roomy sweatshirts, you know, big orange like MC Hammer pants, genie pants, flexibility, which is not only comfortable, but if some shit goes down in there, I can move. You guys see that? Did I go too fast? So, yeah, well, I guess, you know, all that stuff's okay with jail. But something that I think many of us want to do is we'd like to lose some weight. Easy for some, not easy for others. We'll lose some weight in jail. I'd put the shine on jail and say, this is good, that's good. Like hospital food, jail food is not good. There's not a fucking good thing I can say about it. Occasional applesauce, maybe like a lukewarm chocolate milk. Somewhat enjoyable. Everything else is terrible. You'll stare at it, you won't want to eat it, but it is a bargaining tool, and there's a way to make friends. Grits, very popular. I've sat at many tables and looked at my grits, and it only takes about 30 seconds until someone says, yo, you gonna eat them grits? No. Please, take my grits and enjoy it. But, you know, so the food is bad, and that's a bit of a drag. But the good thing about jail is around here, right across the street, there's a Maryland fried chicken restaurant. And that makes it even taste better when you get out. This feels like a good time for me to tell everyone that my parents are here tonight. So I want to welcome them, and I want to thank them, of course, for supporting me. But I just told you guys a lie because I never had that Maryland fried chicken. Because my dad, hey, Dad, my dad always came to pick me up from jail. Dad, do you know how many times you picked me up from jail? 4. He's right. Four times. I didn't know. I thought you'd be like, I'm not sure. You nailed it. 4 times. Thank you. So, get out of jail, get in the car with my dad, and said, Dad, I'm hungry. I said, I don't give a fuck. Like, Dad, there's a Maryland fried chicken right across the street. He's like, you're an asshole. What's wrong with you? I'm like, well, I'm hungry, first of all, you know, so I might be a little grouchy. He's like, you're not eating shit. I'd say, Father, don't you think that, you know, I've served my debt to society enough already? Like, I was just in jail. We're going the fuck home. That's it. But hey, spare the rod, spoil the child. So thanks for being strict. You know, I mean, if my dad hadn't been strict with me, I might be in jail, who knows, 8, 9, 10 times. I'm pretty sure I'm done with that tonight, though. So hopefully you don't get any more phone calls. He lives a lot farther away now, so it's going to take me a while to get me out of there if I go in there. So that's something I appreciate. But, I mean, that's probably enough about my time in the South Carolina penal system. But I'm still not all right. You know, I worry about things. I worry about a lot of things. One thing I'm real worried about right now is the kids. Not my kids. I don't have any kids. I'm worried about your kids. And I'm going to tell you why. There was a pretty big news article recently. It was in the Island Packet about the insidious threat of cannabis edibles getting into local schools around here. I'm sure none of you enjoy cannabis edibles. None of you took any before the show tonight, but it's a very in-depth article, and, you know, it said, I guess it was a middle school at Beaufort or something along those lines, and the article noted that the 2 most frequent marijuana edibles that were being found were trolley gummies, what have you. I mean, I think that's pretty normal. You know, we all know gummies, right? And 2, Flamin' Hot Cheetos. So I'm sure most of you are good, law-abiding citizens. You've decided to hold off on trying marijuana in your life until it becomes legal in South Carolina. I'm not one of those people. And if any of you maybe also have to be one of those people, you're probably thinking 2 things. First of all, they make marijuana-infused Cheetos. And more importantly, what the fuck am I supposed to eat after I eat the Cheetos to get high? That's what the Cheetos are for. So, the kids are getting high out there, and I don't know if it's necessarily a bad thing. I think about it, you know, like I said, I don't have my own kids, but a lot of you guys out there that are my friends do have kids, and I love your kids, and I think they're great. I really genuinely love almost all of your kids. There's a couple little assholes in the bunch, though. I ask myself, would it be the worst thing if, you know, kids maybe got give them a little drop of something or calm them down a little bit, you know, get them out of your hair. Now, I'm not being unreasonable. I'm not saying that little tiny kids should be using cannabis in any form. I'm saying let's start them out at like 7 or 8. I mean, that's fine, right? Once you get into middle school, high school, it's going to happen at some point or another. If they're going to do it, why not enjoy it with some delicious snacks? I read the interview with a kid, I guess from the high school or middle school where the breakout happened, and he said, I don't really know how I feel about the edibles being in school, but we're reading the Chronicles of Narnia right now, and I think that the lion might be Jesus. So they're starting to figure it out a little bit, you know, but I said, well, I can't make any judgment calls. I can't judge parents for being upset. So I look back on my personal experience. with marijuana when I was growing up. And when I started at, I don't know, 14 or 15 years old. And I decided to make a list of pros and cons. What are the good things about marijuana? How did it help me? What are the bad things? So one thing that really happened for me is that I began to shed a lot of insecurities. I was a very, very shy, very, very quiet kid. Whether you believe that or not, it's very true. And I started to open up a little bit, I talked to girls a little bit more. I was a little more honest with my friends. We talked about serious shit. We talked about goofy shit. And we laughed hard about it. And I felt comfortable, and I thought it was okay. So that was nice. That was a good thing. I started reading more. Not comic books, not Stephen King, not Sweet Valley High, but I started reading Hunter Thompson, and I started reading Tom Robbins. And these guys that became my heroes and got me into writing, and even in a way, by proxy comedy. So that's another good thing. Music. Boy, music sure sounds good when you're high, doesn't it? I don't really think I listened to Pink Floyd much before I started getting high. But boy, I sure did afterwards. And that's sort of where it starts. The black lights, the tapestries hanging in the wall. I'm probably dating myself a little bit. I don't even know if that's around anymore, but it was, and it was cool. And then there's the Grateful Dead. Any Grateful Dead fans here tonight? Listen, I love the Grateful Dead. I think it's well documented, but I didn't really like them that much before I started smoking marijuana. Things change. I was like, this is the most boring fucking music I've ever heard in my life. Can we listen to Run DMC? Like, why are we listening to the Grateful Dead? And then once I got to hear them high a couple times, I was like, ooh, okay, this is all right. So we listened to the Grateful Dead. Then eventually we got cars. We got a little bit older. And me and my friends started going to see them all around the country, met like-minded people, enjoyed ourselves, a little mind expansion, and there's another good thing. So I keep trying to think about cons, but it's not happening because I used to be a fussy eater. That stopped immediately. That was the end of that. I never ate cheese my whole life until I started getting high. None. Is this true, Mom? I never used to eat cheese. Pizza cheese, that's it. But that's not even like real cheese. That's cheese. But boy, I ate some cheese. I ate some cheese because I started to make the best fucking sandwiches ever. Stack them up. Let's put this on there. Peppers, pickles, condiments. So I went from eating like the most basic sandwiches, I don't know, hot dogs. Are hot dog sandwiches? Yes. All right, everybody stop for a minute. Yes, people, are hot dog sandwiches? Okay, you guys are right. I don't give a shit what the other people say about it. Hot dogs are sandwiches. I used to eat ham and Miracle Whip a lot. That was my favorite sandwich. Hey, listen. So can someone get this young lady right up here in the front? I expected more from you. Ham and Miracle Whip. Anybody got anything to say about Miracle Whip? You know what? You do a fucking comedy show and you can talk about the condiments that you want to talk about. Because I love Miracle Whip. The word miracle is right in the name of the product. How can that be a bad thing? But yeah, I got into some exotic sandwiches. Was introduced to all different kinds of strange and exotic meats. Wait, I think I was supposed to be in the jail part. Actually. That was good. But look, in all fairness, I said I'll do pros and cons. So we'll talk about the cons of my teenage marijuana use. Before we had cars, the only place that we could smoke weed in our town, like it'd be safe, was on the train tracks that ran all the way through the small town that I grew up in, Montgomery County, Pennsylvania. I hope some of you guys are watching out there. Hi, everybody. Upper Perk. Go Indians. But we did smoke on the train tracks. There's train tracks right up the street from our house where I grew up. There's a little bridge, and we go up there and smoke. And it was cool because it was a place we could relax and smoke and talk with each other. But the con is that we also had a very good chance of getting hit by a train while smoking there. So, I mean, that's really sort of like the only con I can think of. But I'm worried about the kids. I hope they're responsible about it. I think they're all going to be okay, though. I hope so. But I'm all right with being a stoner. It's okay. Are you stoners out there all right with being stoners? but I'm still not all right. I got a problem. I have a big problem, guys. I'm fucking girl crazy. Yeah. And there are so many of you here tonight. I just couldn't be happier. I was really nervous about 45 minutes ago. I just kept coming up the stairs over and over again. Are you kidding me right now? I didn't want to perform. I'm like, can we just all go out and do something? God. It started when I was a kid. It started when one of like some of the earliest memories of my childhood involved women. This is one of the earliest ones. I mean, this is when I was 3 or 4 years old, right? My mom would have her friends over. You know, they'd drink coffee, smoke cigs, play cards at the kitchen table. I would crawl under that table. Maybe it's as bad as you're thinking. I would crawl under that table, and I would get all up in their feet. All up in the feet. Ah. I'd be down there tickling. Delicate. I'll get a little smooch here and there. I did. Do you remember this at all, Mom? I used to do this. I wondered if my mom's friends were ever like, there's something fucking wrong with Matt. Like, after about a year or so, they're on to me. They started coming over with like combat boots on, closed-toed shoes. Probably because I'm gonna kick the shit out of that kid if he gets under that table right now. I'm tired of it. But it wasn't just, it wasn't just the actual physical women that were around. It was what was on television too. I had a series of celebrity girlfriends when I was a child. Olivia Newton-John was the first one. You guys know who Olivia Newton-John is? Xanadu. Not Grease, Xanadu. A strange, weird, gay, disco, cocaine cult movie about roller skating angels that starred my girlfriend, Olivia Newton-John. It was on HBO every 4 hours for about 2 years in 1981. And I watch it every fucking time because when Olivia came on the TV, it was time to do some kissing on the TV. Let's get right up on it. Hands on the television. Couldn't stop. You used to get a little static tingle from the TV when you'd give it smooches. It enhanced the pleasure a little bit. I mean, made it different. But I guess as they say, we all have to leave childish things behind at some point in our lives, and I'm still fucking girl crazy here at 47 years old. Yes. But I changed my methods a little bit. And I didn't even realize how much I changed my methods. So recently a friend of mine brought this to my attention. He said to me, Stock, you don't even go out anymore. I said, I go out sometimes. Like, what are you talking about? He said, all you do is go out to lunch with beautiful women. I said, that's not true. I go out. He's like, no, I see your social media. All you do is go out to lunch with babes. And that's your fucking thing now. I'm not sure it's entirely true, though. So I want to ask you guys, many of you as my friends and people that I know, a show of hands, the ladies in the house. If you've ever had lunch with me, would you go ahead and raise your hand? Well, shit. Okay. Wait. Or lunch, dinner, we'd be going out and eating, right? It's enjoyable. It's fun. You'll get there, Jamie. Can I take Jamie out to lunch sometime? Tomorrow? I got a thing tomorrow. But, all right. So I guess that happens. Wait, who hasn't had lunch with me ever? All right. I'll see all you guys after the show. We'll make some plans. So, yeah, maybe I should have a sign-up sheet. That's not a bad idea. Guys, can we get the sign-up sheet out there by the computer for lunch with Maddie? Thank you. Yeah, I think I found a new gig too. So look, habits, character traits, some I'm okay with. I guess some I'm not okay with. Or not all right with. I'm okay with being a stoner. I'm okay with being a girl crazy. Neither of those things are ever going to change for the rest of my life. But there's been some things lately I've noticed some things where I'm able to slip it up a little bit, or things I could do better, things I'm not too happy about. Like, as we just established, I do like dining out a lot. I enjoy the hell out of it. But I do dine in sometimes. But the thing is, I left, with the exception of making the occasional like massive pot of spaghetti to feed an army on a Sunday, I don't cook shit. Nothing. So if I'm eating at home and I'm not cooking, how am I getting my food, guys? Fucking DoorDash. DoorDash. You got that right, baby. And I have to have money to DoorDash because the shit is expensive. And I hear about it all the time from my friends. People that don't like DoorDash really don't fucking like DoorDash. We get a lot of shit about it from people that say, well, I got DoorDash today. And they start right in, whoa, I'm like, just stop. I know it's fucking expensive, you know? I know it's a secret shame, whatever. The service fees, the restaurant fees, the delivery fees, it all racks up fast. If you get Chinese food, $75, like that. Sometimes you're hungover, you know? Or sometimes you're high, or sometimes you're just lazy. Sometimes you don't want to get out of your pajamas. Sometimes you don't want to put any fucking clothes on. And they bring it right to your door. They don't have to come in. And they leave you alone. So I made a compromise with myself. This is what I do. I do DoorDash, but I set myself to a very low budget limit. It's got to be about $25 or under to DoorDash. Which leaves me with what for an option? McDonald's, yes. So here we go again with all the friends. I got DoorDash today. What did you get from DoorDash? McDonald's. Ugh. McDonald's is gross. Who even eats McDonald's? I'm like, everybody eats McDonald's. 4 billion fucking people around the world. Over 4 billion served. It's McDonald's. But that's about as high as I go. And maybe if you've ever enjoyed a sausage McMuffin with egg at 8 in the morning, we're not feeling so hot from DoorDash, you just might be able to understand a little bit. But DoorDash, not the best habit. I'm vain. I'm very vain. As you can probably tell by me walking around up here, wiping my brow off like, oh shit, there's a bunch of people here, I'm up here sweating. But I am vain, and like I always have been, and I'll give you a perfect example. Here's a story I think sort of encapsulates my vanity. So I'm sure some of you seen tonight. Where's Tico? Where's my right-hand man, Tico? Great photographer. Tico's like my personal photographer. If I need something done for press or stuff like that, the kid does a great job. There he is right there. Hey, Tico. Give Tico a hand. Give him a little more noise right there. Show Tico some love. Kid's got a heart the size of Texas. I love him to death. So I did a comedy show back in May where I was a headliner. So it was my first poster ever. And I was excited about it. And I got real dressed up. Did my hair nice, you know. Was holding like flowers and balloons and stuff. It was the Man of the People show, which a lot of you guys came to. That one was fun. But I was real clean cut. I looked good. So I said, Tico, for this show, for I'm Not All Right, the show's called I'm Not All Right, I just want to look like shit. I want to be disheveled. I want to look like I'm at the end of my rope. You know, I want to look like I'm fucked up. And Tico says, well, where do you want to shoot it? I said, I want to shoot it at Cool Cats Lounge. Authenticity is everything, right? So we go and set up at Cool Cats. It's uncommonly busy. I wore the same clothes I wore for the prior shoot, but I loosened my shirt up a little bit and loosened my tie up, and I messed my hair up. I got a glass of whiskey. Again, authenticity. Then I got another glass of whiskey, and I said, all right, Tico, let's shoot this fucker. Bar's very busy. People kept bothering me. I think some of you were probably at the shoot for that poster, and kept asking me questions and jumping into frame, and I remember being very civil and friendly, but I want to say retrospectively, if you bother me during a photo shoot, fuck you. Don't do that to me. I'm trying to create art with Tico. So we got to crank it out. But Tico's precise. He knows what he wants. He knows what I want. That's why we work well together. So the kid takes probably 150 pictures in a short period of time. So we get done. We wrap it up. Tico sits there. We sit down. We say, let's look at him. So we start going through process of elimination. So 150 becomes 100. 100 becomes 50. 50 becomes 25. We get it down to about 8 to 10 pictures. So out of 150 pictures that Tico took, there was exactly one where I looked good, and it's hanging out there right now, and I look kind of sexy, and I was like, that's the poster. Let's do that one. The vanity wins out, you know? It's a weird fucking thing. I mean, even for the show this week, I mean, I started sweating it 3-4 months ago. What do I got to do for this show? Like, well, I should probably get some sun or go to the tanning bed. I went and got myself a spa facial. I got my eyebrows done. You guys see these eyebrows from my friend, the lovely Jasmine? That new fucking man. I got some new Adidas. Like, I look fresh, be up there, look good. Very vain, very vain. I wasn't going to wear this tonight. This is just my coming to the show shirt. I had another shirt and tie I was going to put on, but man, I started getting hot. I was like, if I put this shirt and tie on, I'll be sweating my dick off outside before I even get up here and get on stage. I mean, it's a foregone conclusion. I'm going to get hot up here. So that was it for the shirt and tie. So I do like this shirt, though. It's a pretty cool shirt. Okay, all right, yeah. But, yeah, I mean, I'm vain. I did everything I could to look good for the show, except, you know, maybe like hop on a treadmill or eat some salads. It is overrated, thank you. There's plenty of ways that we can all enjoy our personal beauty like as best as we possibly can. Here's the worst habit I've developed. This is a habit or a tendency that I got rid of 5 years ago, but it's come back recently like a motherfucker. And I've been experiencing massive amounts of FOMO. For anyone, it is a thing. That's right. For any of the uninitiated out there that may not know, FOMO is an acronym. What does FOMO stand for, guys? Fear of missing out. I should go to the bar tonight. So-and-so might be there. I don't know, man. That show, that band might be really good tonight. I know I have to get up at 6 in the morning, but it's Hilton Head. This might be the one time in 13 years I see someone fucking different or interesting in a bar. I should go. The source of the FOMO came at the very beginning of this year when it really got serious. I talked to a good friend of mine. We had everyone has a pretty good New Year's Eve. We all like to go out. We like to have a good time. We get down. So I talked to a good friend of mine. She lives down in Florida. Really cool chick, down-ass chick. Oh, my God, call me. I said, okay, I'll call you. So we say Happy New Year, you know, exchange pleasantries. How was your New Year? I said, oh, well, I worked at the bar. We had a band. It was fun, you know. Everyone had a really good time, actually. So I'd say, you know, for something they call amateur night, pretty solid New Year's. Why? How was your New Year? She says, well, she's like, I went to this huge party in Miami. I was like, okay, Miami. I hate Miami. I don't really like Miami that much. I know it's a very popular city. Not a popular big guy city. Too many beautiful people. I don't like the music. I don't like nightclubs. I like shitty bars. But I digress. She's like, so this apparently this big time lawyer had a huge party at this beautiful house in Miami. She's like, I didn't know who he was, but I had the opportunity to go there. So I went to the party. She's like, and I look fucking good. She says, I was feeling myself. I was like, okay, continue. So I walk into this beautiful house. She's like, as soon as I get through the door, all these beautiful people and drugs. She's like, there's a bowl full of mushroom tablets. Walk right past it. Pop, 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 pop. She's like, all these hot girls are taking Molly everywhere. There's plates full of lines of cocaine getting passed around. I was like, well, it sounds like Miami, you know, and it sounds like a pretty good party. But she said, so she's like, it was kind of early. The dance floor was kind of empty, but once again, I was feeling myself. So she's like, I just went on the dance floor and started sort of grooving, you know? She's like, I was really getting down. I felt good. And she's like, I noticed that there was this really attractive couple on the couch that were like far away from me, and they were staring at me. You guys want me to keep going? Yeah, right, me too, yeah. So she said, so I just went over to him and I started dancing for him. And then we started talking a little bit. She's like, it was the lawyer and his girlfriend. I was like, oh, well, that's cool. So what? They didn't play Scrabble. I'll tell you that. But he's like, yeah, we all talked and we decided that we'd go upstairs and like all hang out and like enjoy ourselves together. I'm going to spare the explicit details of that because some things are to be kept personal, but I applaud her for enjoying a hedonistic lifestyle because I do too from time to time. I think a lot of us do. Not like that though. I don't at least. Not anymore. Hence FOMO. So she tells me this whole story, this whole long story. And she pauses a little bit, and she says to me, I gotta stop drinking so much red wine. I was like, what's the problem with red wine? I mean, like, you just told me this insane story about this New Year's Eve party in Miami. Like, what's a glass and a half, 2 glasses of red wine? She said, red wine has calories. So I was like, oh, okay. Well, you know, that makes sense, but she's a great gal. She did give me a lot of FOMO that I'm still experiencing, and she's actually in this room tonight. I'm glad she's here. I mean, come to the after party, you know? I'm not gonna reveal who she is, you know, because I respect her privacy, but I would bet $100 right now that if you're at that after party tonight and if she has about 3 drinks, she's gonna be like, I was a girl at the Miami party. And then 2 weeks after this conversation, she sends me a snap, a picture of her at a nightclub down there in Florida with fucking O.J. Simpson. So, I mean, not only am I glad that she's here tonight, I'm glad she's fucking alive. The juice, you know? God. So she's weird, I'm weird, a lot of us are weird. You can embrace it, you can try to fight it. We are what we are, the tiger has their stripes, but I guess it's a good thing to try to do different things, more normal things, you know? And I try to do that. One thing that I've been doing lately is I go to game night every once in a while. Who likes game night? Game night. A popular ritual held by married couples that are tired of hanging out with each other. Your hosts, tired of hanging out with each other. Every couple they invite, tired of hanging out with each other. So let's throw a couple weird single people in the mix. We'll get together, we'll play some games. Oh, we got a nice deep cab. We're gonna do a little charcuterie. Some artisanal cheeses, right? Oh, we got a really nice venison sausage, blah, blah, blah. Alexa, play John Mayer. You guys have all been to these parties, right? And on the surface, they sound like good, clean fun, right? But they're not. They're insidious. There's always problems with game night. So there's all different kinds of games you can play at game night. Let's start with the traditional stuff, you know, the classic games, right? Twister. You guys like Twister? I fucking hate Twister. I am not all right with Twister at all, you know? And it's got a little tweak of naughtiness to it, you know? Everyone's getting entangled and whatnot, you know? But then it's my turn to get on the board. Spin the Twister wheel, right? Right foot green. All right, we're never playing some fucking Twister now, right? Spin that wheel again. Left hand red. Game over. No more Twister. I can't even enjoy Twister. So, Twister's a no-go. What else do we like? Monopoly. Several problems with Monopoly, right? The longest game in the existence of humanity. Takes way too long. The banker always cheats. And I can barely manage a 500-foot studio apartment that I live in. I can't control a bunch of properties all at one time. Marvin Gardens? Is there gardens there? I can't garden. I can't do that. I can't deal with utilities, barely, you know? Just keep the fucking lights on. One thing I definitely can do, though, is go directly to jail and not pass go and not collect $200 for the 7th time. Stay on the line, Dad. Stay on the line. Uno. Everybody likes to play a little cards, play some Uno, right? The ultimate game of betrayal. You know, this is when you get a good Uno hand cooking, and you're like, oh, I'm about to fuck somebody right now. And you actually pick who your victim is. I don't know what it is. We're all friends. We all play Uno together. Someone in that circle, you're going to get him. And the game usually ends with you just having that nice, it's like orgasmic. Reverse, reverse, draw 4. Reverse, reverse, 2, 2, 2. And just watch your friend just look at you like, why are you doing this to me? I thought we were friends. Feelings get hurt. Feelings get hurt at game night. And that's just from these basic classic games. And there's other games that have become more popular over the years. Some drinking games. This is where things start to get hazy, a little gray area. Cards Against Humanity. Everyone says, like, what are you going to do? You get the cards, you pick 2 cards out, you put them together. Everything's offensive in Cards Against Humanity, which is, somewhat true depending on your level of sensitivity. But depending on your level of weirdness, you can really put together a gnarly pair of cards at Cards Against Humanity, and you think it's great, and you think it's funny, and you put it down, you're like, eh. And then you look up, and everyone else is at the party, and they're like, the women all look at each other, the eyes roll. The husband looks at another guy's wife and goes, we could do that. But you're exposed as the weirdo. So you got to be careful. It's sort of Cards Against Humanity reminds me of Never Have I Ever, that game. What a trap that is, Never have I ever had a shampoo bottle up my ass. If someone there has a shampoo bottle up their ass, they have to drink. And depending where you're at, you suddenly become a pariah. You're outcast. At my house, you become the most interesting person at the party. So, so that's, never have I ever. These are traps. People learn our secrets. What did you say? You have shampoo? Is it sample size? Get the fuck out of here. That's kid stuff. So that game's out too. Then there's Spin the Bottle. I'll play Spin the Bottle anytime. I'm good with Spin the Bottle. Spin the Bottle is fine, and then the night goes on, another bottle gets opened, another bottle gets opened. Everyone's enjoying themselves, and eventually it comes around to, Hilton Head's favorite party game. Should we get a gram? Not me. I don't play that game, of course, but there have been game nights where this happens. When the cat runs out, you got to keep it rolling somehow. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not all right with game night, I guess. I'm not all right, but I'll save you a spot at the table for those. Normal things. What are normal things? I try to do them. Sometimes I enjoy them. Sometimes I don't. I think I prefer weird things. I think some of you do too. But I like dating. Dating's fun, and I've been doing quite a bit of it. But I've noticed an interesting phenomenon. In the 13 years I've been here in the Low Country, and I'm speaking as someone that dates women, but, if you're a woman who dates a woman, man who dates men, man who dates women, I don't know if you experience the same thing, but what is going on with the rough stuff around here, man? There are people passionately beating the fuck out of each other around here in the name of passion. In the name of passion. And I don't get it. I mean, it's not, I'm a lover, not a biter. So it's something like, they say there's a fine line between pain and pleasure, right? I hear that a lot. There's a fine line between pain and pleasure. There's a wide chasm between pain and pleasure for me. This one hurts me and gives me scars and makes me very upset and traumatizes me. That one gives me orgasms. There is no fine line. To each their own, of course. I'm not criticizing and not judging, but if I have to dress up like a hockey goalie for us to fuck, we're probably not going to walk through this crazy world together for too long. I can't do it. I'll be on the best date. Maybe we'll go home and we'll be hanging out. We're in the kitchen, maybe we're making a couple drinks. We play a little music. Yeah, it's down a little smoochy time, you know? And all of a sudden, it starts biting. Comes out of nowhere. I mean, it's like a zombie movie where everything's going well, and all of a sudden the other party just goes through this strange transformation. And here comes the biting. So I'm fighting for my life, you know? It's like, picture I'm like trying to crawl for my life away, and I almost get out the door, and then you see me just get snatched by my ankles right back into the room to be bitten further. I know I'm big and soft, but I ain't a fucking pretzel, you know? Give me a break with the biting. So, when I look back on, you know, all these many years of dating that I've done here, I mean, I've been kicked, punched, bitten, choked, slapped. That was all by one girl. She is not here tonight. But she'll be here tomorrow night. To each their own, to each their own. But I hope you guys have been having some laughs and enjoying yourself. I certainly have been. This is crazy. It's a dream to be here, and I hate to be somber or serious, but it just so happens in this case most of us are all friends here. And I have a strange tendency to not be able to keep my private feelings to myself in any fucking sense whatsoever. So I think there's just a couple things I want to share with you guys. Comedy. I love it. You know, I've been doing it for 2.5 years. I'm still learning. And I have a lot more learning to do. But for you guys being here and laughing, I mean, I can't tell you how much better that makes me feel. My life's not always perfect. You know, I'm sad. I have my problems. I saw a documentary recently. I'm telling you, it's hot up here. I was outside earlier, and my buddy Mike said, "Oh, we should have a drinking game tonight. Every time you say fuck, everybody has to drink." I said, "Mike, I don't think that's a good idea." So if any of you guys played that game tonight, I'll come get you at the hospital later. Anyway, I saw this documentary, and a very famous comedian, it was Jim Carrey, as a matter of fact, said that when he was a young comedian and he was getting started, he would try so hard just to go over the top and make people laugh and give them a little excitement. And his agent at the time, I guess, was some old Hollywood guy. And he said, "Jim, what you got to do is you got to understand these people." He's like, "Just let them put their lives on the shelf for an hour. Let them forget about all the shit that bothers them, all the shit that's causing them pain and sorrow, and just make them laugh." And that's what I try to do. And when I do it, it also takes away my pain and sorrow. So, here's another true story. And we'll talk about Tico again, because he was there with me when this happened. So, I had this show booked a long time ago, and I knew it was coming, and I guess I was excited about it, but I was having a hard time. Me and Tico were sitting at the bar that we work at one night, having some drinks after a shift, and I didn't recall being especially intoxicated or anything, but I guess I was in a bad mood, and I said, "Tico, I think I want to get out of here." He said, "What are you talking about?" I said, "I think I want to get out of here. Like, I think I'm done." And he said, "You got those shows coming up." I said, "I know, but I'm like, right now I don't care. Like, I'm just tired. I'm tired of relationship problems. I'm tired of pushing. I'm tired of trying to make shit work all the time, sweating money, this and that." And I said, "I think I'm just going to go. So I'm going to go to the Midwest. I'll go to some small town. I'll get a job as, I don't know, a bartender at some dive bar. And maybe, you know, I'll meet like maybe a cute waitress works there or something, or I'll meet like a school teacher that's got some kid that likes comic books and is interested in comedy, and I can sort of like raise the kid, and me and her could be happy in this little town and make something work, and I'll write a book, and I'll do this and I'll do that." But I mean, I romanticized the shit out of it, and I was very serious at the time. But that's not life. It's a Lifetime movie, you know? But I was serious. You remember that, Tico? Yeah. And he did his best to talk me out of it, of course. And I went home happy, and I woke up unhappy. And I got an email that day from Jordan Ross, one of the proprietors of this venue. And he sent me the poster that Tico had shot the photo of, that he turned in this beautiful poster. And he said, we got a ticket link. He's like, we're going to announce the show. He's like, let's fucking go. And I was like, okay, I'll put a social media post up, and, you know, we'll see what happens. And like we talked about earlier, it sold out in 4 hours. And it was, you know, it changed everything. I was like, wait a minute, I do have something going here. Things aren't that bad. I don't want to give up. Because that shit I'm talking about going to the Midwest, I'd be sitting on a bar stool for the rest of my life. You know, let's be honest about it. It wasn't romantic, and it wasn't ambitious. It was giving up. And I almost did it, but I didn't. And it's because of all you guys that showed this kind of love to me. It's one of the most profound moments in my life. I'll never forget it. I'll never forget this tonight, you know, because you guys made it happen. I hope I made it happen. I love all you guys too. But yes, both. But I guess, you know, what it boils down to is, you know, I want to keep on doing this. And I hope that you guys, I ended up going a little bit fast tonight, I think. Uh-oh. But I hope that you guys keep supporting me. And it's been a rough couple years. The world's a weird place, but I think that all you guys are doing all right. Are you guys doing all right? I think I'm doing all right too, guys. Hey, guys, my name is Matty. That's my time. I'm sorry if I went a little too fast. Thank you so much. I love all of you. Thank you for being here. Let's do it again soon, guys, all right?